Hi, everybody. Jake Slobodnik for Renda Digital TV and your hometown radio stations. We're here once again with our coverage of the 2022 Heritage Conference Basketball Media Day. Joining me right now, it's a little bit of a special segment with Coach Paul Hafera, the new boys basketball coach at Marion Center. For those who don't know, Ralph McGinnis, the former coach, resigned back in August. And so Coach Hafera hasn't had much time to really get acclimated to his program, but things look pretty good so far. Coach, welcome to the area. I know you have a little bit of ties with the area, but you're not solely from Indiana County, so let's start things off with what made you want to come to Marion Center.
Marion Center is a special school. My family's lived in Indiana County for a really long time, and when the position opened up for a social studies teacher, I said I'd take a shot at it. I interviewed with some great people, Mark McGolis and Amy Gaston. They were willing to put me through the ringer there and ask me a few questions, but I was very grateful for the opportunity when they offered me the job. Last year when I worked with Coach McGinnis as an assistant, again, awesome experience to learn from him. When he resigned, I was very disappointed, but I sort of wanted to stick with the guys that have been a part of the program and continue to try and help them out. So took the job, and yeah, we've been scrambling around a little bit, but we're going to get it going.
You learned a little bit from Ralph McGinnis, who you said retired last year. We mentioned that earlier. What are some things that you're sort of adapting from what he did with his play style to yours?
Well, he did a great job of giving the guys the basics, and that's something that we have to continue. We're a young team. There's no two ways about it. One senior, one junior, a lot of sophomores, and a couple of freshmen too. But he definitely did a good job of laying that foundation, especially with the leaders that we're going to lean on this year. So I just have to keep doing what he was doing, and hopefully the young guys will pick up on it and catch up, and we'll be able to compete a little bit.
We were talking a little bit off camera about the history of Marion Center. Obviously, Coach Lynn Fry passing away this past summer. Former assistant coach, longtime assistant at Marion Center, and then Don Sainer, who the gym's named after. Really, Sainer's impact has been felt by a lot, including yourself. Can you talk about your personal impact from Coach Sainer?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Don Sainer, he is the local legend. When I first came to the job, that was the name that got mentioned a heck of a lot, not just as a coach, but also just within the school. All the positive contributions that he's made to the community and how he still continues to help out around the school with our athletic director and supporting a lot of the after-school activities. So again, having somebody like that, that's a special opportunity.
Let's talk about your background a little bit. We were talking off camera. You're a Freeport grad, and you spent some time in Maryland. So tell us a little bit about your road to Marion Center.
Well, I graduated from Slippery Rock, so I know that's not necessarily the popular thing here at IUP, but graduated from Slippery Rock, went to Charles County, Maryland, got a job teaching social studies down there, and again, ran into a couple of guys from the Pittsburgh area. One guy that was an IUP grad, Dave Rooney. I worked with him. His dad used to coach over at Slippery Rock, and he sort of took me under his wing and tried to tell me how to do things the right way. Fantastic learning experience for me. I can't be anything but grateful for what Dave Rooney's done for me. Coached for a couple of years as an assistant down there, helped with some of the JV programs and that kind of thing. Coached a bunch of different sports, but basketball has always been my number one passion. So stuck with that. Got married, had some kids, and then came back to this area. Again, it's a really surreal experience for me to come home and be able to do what I'm doing.
Well, Coach, we're just weeks away from your inaugural season as the head coach of the Marion Center boys basketball team. Again, hasn't been a long time to adjust to things, but how's the team so far shaping up in the offseason workouts?
I couldn't have asked for a better circumstance to come into. The individuals that I'm working with are absolutely fantastic. Dawson Bracken's, going to provide a lot of leadership as a senior. Evan Reisinger, Noah McCoy, Cam Pack, Ian Kutch, Mason Plosnock. I mean, these guys, they're just amazing individuals. So working with them is not a chore. It's not a problem. It's nothing but a pleasure to walk into the gym and have these guys getting up and down the floor and doing what they're doing. For me, it's a good experience.
How have they sort of helped make you feel welcome as the new head coach of the team?
Well, I was, again, an assistant last year and working with these guys, getting to know them, how they're going to do things was relatively easy. It's a tight-knit community, Marion Center, but at the same time, they welcome me with open arms, and it's been nothing but fantastic.
Well, Coach, season's just a couple weeks away. Tell us a little bit about your team. What are some key things that we should know about them?
Well, we got a lot of learning to do. We're going to be a young team. We got to get the basics down. We got to get the defensive fundamentals correct. Offensively, we got to work on some things and get some guys used to filling roles that they've never had before. But like I said, we got some leaders that are stepping forward. Noah McCoy, Evan Reisinger, Cameron Pack. Those guys, they're going to help Dawson out. So we're looking forward to it.
All right, Coach. Well, best of luck this season, and we'll see you on the hardwood.
All right. Thank you very much.
Coach Paul Hafera of the Marion Center boys basketball team in his first season. They're looking to get to the KCAC here as the months progress. We'll take a timeout, come back a little bit later on our Renda Media Facebook pages and Renda Digital TV with more from the Heritage Conference 2022 Basketball Media Day. But for now, I'm Jake Slobodnik reporting.